What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Alberto Big Boost. As you can see, I finally got a real helmet. I'm about to start driving soon with my car, so I needed to buy a good helmet that's up to date requirements so I can actually drift at the local racetrack in a safe manner. I'm so excited that I finally was able to purchase a carbon fiber helmet. It's the first time I can actually have a cool helmet like all my other friends. I was like, oh, you have a cool carbon fiber helmet? Oh, I got a regular one. It's like, so I got one. I liked it so much that I bought 3 of them. I ended up getting 3 carbon fiber helmets that I got for a really cool price. So I'm actually thinking about raffling one of these. These are not sponsored items. I just really wanted a carbon fiber helmet, and I finally was able to get one. I also got the blue visor for it, so I feel it was the cool Racecar drivers have their nice, cool little reflective blue film, so I went for one of those. Yeah, so about this nice little roll right here, I want to change the color of my car. I always wanted a blue Racecar, and I can finally make it happen. I'm so excited that I'll be able to wrap my car. One thing I'm kind of scared that I never actually done vinyl wrapping before, so I will need help. I wanted some of my friends actually have some previous experience wrapping cars so they can help me with my car. One thing I don't show in previous videos, yeah, the paint on my car is not really the best. It's pretty damaged. So instead of having a paint job, I'd rather just vinyl wrap the whole thing. I still have to sand down most of it and like repaint it. It's like kind of crackly paint. It's like not the best, but I'll definitely make this look way better by vinyl wrapping it. I spent so many hours on this computer trying to find the right parts for my car that I didn't get any time to sleep. But look at the results now. This is only a fraction of the parts that I ordered. Some of you guys are probably wondering why I did not record videos the past 2 days. Oh, I get really bad anxiety sometimes, and I get very lightheaded and stuff, so it's very hard to focus. My face looks horrible and stuff, so that's why you sometimes see like the baggy eyes and stuff, even though I have it when I'm not that anxious. So it's very hard to record every single day doing that, so I actually try and make my best to try to record as much as I can, even though it's pretty difficult at times. By not having enough rest, it makes my brain a lot more tired and creates more anxiety. So staying up late these past few days trying to get all these parts together definitely took a toll on me. I got a good night's rest last night, so I was able to record this video no problem today. I feel a lot better now. I definitely want to start talking to you guys why I got these parts and what are they for. But before I do that, I found a product that finally is gonna help with everybody's concern about my turbo. I got an air filter that actually fits in this super tight little spot between my turbo and the headlight. As you can see, there's like barely no room right there. There's also barely no room almost touching the tube down there. I found a perfect size to actually make these filters for BMW. Again, this is not a sponsored part. I bought this on my own, but it's really good. This air filter is actually, the housing is made out of silicone, just like your silicone coupler, so it handles a lot of heat without drying up or dry rotting or cracking on you. So this can actually be attached directly to the turbo and not get damaged and then let stuff go into the turbo. So hopefully this actually provides a lot of protection for my turbo, and it flows enough air to not be restricted for the system. I saw that question again, why do I have a wastegate flange on my turbo? And it is so I can control boost even better than having it in another place in the manifold. This actually allows me to bypass direct air pressure or exhaust gas pressure from the engine straight out to reduce the RPMs on the wheel, so it lowers the boost. So with this I can have optimal boost control, but the main reason I did that is that I had nowhere else to put the wastegate that it wouldn't interfere with anything else. If I put it over there, then I'll have to run the tube really high and it would have hit the hood. So I put it there. It's very convenient. Also, I want to have a hood exit wastegate, so I'll have a little tube sticking out of the hood so I can shoot flames out of the front of the car. On my front wheels, I know when I installed it, I did not put all the lug nuts back on, because they wouldn't go in. They're actually stripped. The threads on the hub are actually really bad. So I ended up getting a full set of new hubs and bearings. On top of that, this is what your regular hub looks like. So instead of having studs, it had threads to actually put bolts on them. But that's a little inconvenient when you're changing tires all the time. So what I did, I got a stud kit. These are 75mm studs. So literally threads right on. And then you put thread locker on this so it doesn't come off, and you torque it on there. And the final product, you end up with these, so you don't, it's a lot easier to mount wheels, and also keeps your tires in place and don't wiggle off. The front already comes with wheel bearings already pressed on, so it should be very easy to replace. The rears, on the other hand, you have to, well, take the bearing off. But I can just discard the old one because this one doesn't have a bearing attached to it anymore. I got me a set of metal tuner lugs. So these are 70mm hex. That way they fit, I can fit a socket on there and not scratch my wheel while taking my lug nuts off. This is literally how they're gonna look like. That's about how much it's gonna stick out of the lug nut from the stud. I really like this look. I don't know if you see it, but most race cars, they have extended lug nuts. So you can have more threads on the lug nut, so it keeps your wheels from falling off at high speeds. This is what the studs look like when they chipped in, and the lug nut box. All this place, safety again. These are for my seatbelt hardware. This will actually make it easier to disconnect the components of the seatbelts that are gonna be anchored to the car. These are the seatbelt anchors. You make a hole through the floor of the car, and you have a backing plate to hold it so it doesn't like pull through the sheet metal. But I don't think this is enough. I want to go ahead with safety wise, and I got SFI size approved backing plates for the floor, so then this holds a much bigger area so I can't pull through in case of an accident. This part right here will be a trailing arm bracket. While I was checking my car the other day, I noticed that one of the bolt holes for this was actually broken. So if that happens, that means your trailing arm could literally fly off the car and it will cause a really big accident. So I got a new OEM replacement, and I'll be replacing later on. Obviously I'll do that when I get all my reinforcement brackets for the rear subframe. I have this little hole or giant hole in the firewall, and I've been thinking, how am I gonna get rid of that? I need to make a plate. It's like, well, I'd rather not make a plate if somebody already sells a really good one, which right here, I found this on Hard Motorsports. They actually make this pretty cool aluminum plate. It comes with hardware. It has this nice bead, so it actually makes it sturdy so it doesn't flop around and stuff. More safety equipment. I actually got a helmet support donut thing. So this one is SFI rated. It's SFI 3.3 rated. So what this does, you put it on your shoulders and it keeps the helmet from like bubbling around. Basically, what you do with this, you open it up, you put it around your neck. So it goes like this. I got a size large since my neck and head, you know, it's kind of big. So, and then you take the helmet, and once you put it on, you can see now that if my head's gonna go sideways, it just literally stops right there. So until you go forward and back, so it keeps my head center. So actually as supports you're drifting, and you're gonna start saying, oh, and it literally holds your head in place so you don't have to strain your neck, and especially if you crash, you don't get as much whiplash. I don't know the exact details of how other benefits there is. You guys may know more about this than me from your real racers. I never used one of these before, and so I never had a really cool setup like this. It's my first time I'm finally able to have this equipment for myself. So this is the knowledge I got on safety equipment so far. There's probably a lot more to know. Obviously a next gen or hands device is a lot better. My helmet already comes like pre-drilled for it, but that's like $700 to get one of those. I don't have one of those yet because I'm not into competitive racing at this point. Maybe later on when I get into like pro drifting and stuff, I will need one, but so far for like weekend racing and stuff, this should be more than perfect for my setup. I kind of like it. I should probably walk around like this. Hey, what's up, man? Check out my nice little collar over here. Vinyl wrap. Who else likes this color? It's actually supposed to be a pearl gloss blue. It actually looks a lot like the stock M3 color. If I shine some light to it, you can tell a little pearl action on it. I really can't wait to see what my car is gonna look like with this vinyl on it. Now to the car work part, my current schedule, I definitely put my car out of the lift so I can actually work on Nicole's car. I got wheel studs that I gotta install on her car because the current wheel studs that are on there right now are actually wiggling loose, which happens a lot with drift cars. So what I'm gonna do with that, I'm actually gonna put extended wheel studs and weld the back of them so they're tag welded into place so they can't wiggle out. I might do a video installing the wheel hubs. It's obviously a very important video. I can have really good content with this to show you guys how to properly replace wheel bearings and hubs on a BMW. Then I also have to install all these. Everything that's here, I'll definitely have video about installing. And I got a bunch more cool parts coming in the mail, which hopefully should arrive by Friday. Even if how much I want it, I still can't start my car because I got an ECU on the way. I got sponsored by a really awesome brand, so I'll be revealing that as soon as it comes in the mail. Another thing I have to do on my car is that I have to replace the wiring harness to M50 non-vinyl so I can actually use the plug and play feature of that computer. I spoke with NRG and about the wheels. They said I might need about 50 people interested on the wheels so I can actually start selling the line. This is the coolest thing ever. You have a race car area and then you look on the back, it's like, wait, what's that over there? A race car with subwoofers? Doesn't get any better than that, does it? There is a very big problem with this picture. If you zoom in a little bit, you'll notice something that I realized when I was cleaning the car, and it's got a really decently sized rust hole on the passenger floorboard, which I'm gonna have to repair. From the back of the car, I got new taillights coming as well. And one thing that's really been bothering me is that I have the regular non-M3 side moldings, which are the skinny ones. So I actually ordered the M3 molding so I can have a fresh look on the car. Also, I got some side skirts coming as well. So I'll have full M3 body on this car. The front fascia is also a little ding right here, and it's not really holding the grills correctly. So I also got a new grill coming, or front fascia, and I got new aftermarket grills. Oh, this wasn't supposed to come off, and I guess it did. So it's garbage now. Good thing I got new ones coming. My car has a 92 to 94, or I think 96 front end. And the kidneys are actually a little different shape. They're like more squared. So I ordered the 97 through 99 front fascia and kidneys, so it has a newer look for the car. It just feels so nice looking at brand new car parts. I just can like sit over here and look at these for days without installing them. But I really gotta install them if I wanna get my car running. I have reached the end of today's video. Comment below what you wanna see installed next from these parts behind me. And please subscribe and like the videos. It will really mean a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow.